It's a great day for America. Unless you are a trans fat. Did you hear about this? Oh, this is the big story today. This is the big story today. New York City health officials are considering outlawing trans fats. I know, when I heard this, I went like this. I went, what? That's the exact noise I made. How can this be? Because I thought, why should the government even care how fat our transsexuals are? Why would they? What do they want? Stay out of our business. Then I'm thinking, who's behind this? Eddie Murphy? Is Eddie Murphy behind this? I know. Whoa, yeah. Because he was the one who picked up the tranny to give him or her a ride home. Just to give him or her a ride home. Because that's what movie stars do. It's like a little village here in Los Angeles. Hi, you need a lift? Hop on in. Oh, come on. Anyway, I found out that the trans fats are not overweight transsexuals, but in fact, I googled this today. The trans fats are the fats that are found in frying oils. They're in the French fries and pie crusts, you know, pastries, food that tastes good, basically, has got trans fats. Fried food always smells amazing, you know, but it smells amazing, but better than it tastes. It doesn't taste as good as it smells. It's like potpourri, really. Looks like snack mix. Looks like snack mix. Tastes like leafy disinfectant. Don't try it. By the third mouthful, I have to get on the phone to the doctor. Anyway, I'm talking about the trans fat. Yes, New York City is going after trans fat. They're going to stamp out the trans fat menace. Don't they have any other problems they should be working on in New York City ahead of the trans? What about the urine-soaked sidewalks? What about that? What about the pee-pee? Maybe, I don't know, have a look around. What about the trans crack issue? What the hell is this? There's too much fat in the food, we're going to ban it? Why did the state decide to become our parents? Bugger off, I say. It's all right banning cigarettes in public places. I get that. Second-hand smoke, that can be harmful. But there's no danger of second-hand fat ash. That's not less. Well, someone could sit on you, I guess. But, I mean, that's a reach. You know what the problem with New York's proposal? That it's going to drive trans fat underground. It's going to be like prohibition. It'll be like Chicago in the 20s. Chubby gangsters will be running donuts from across the border. Oh, yeah. Go on, Lefty. Big crullers coming in from Canada. Pastries coming down from the north. Truckloads of them. G-Man arrests desperate fatties in morning rain on an underground bakery. That'll have to be all that stuff. They'll have to remake The Untouchables because of the prohibition. He brings a cookie, you bring a rice cake. He brings a drumstick, you bring lettuce. That's the South Beach way. See, the ones that you make things illegal, right? They just become more attractive. That's what happens. Fat will become the new thin. The runways of Paris will groan under the weight of supersized supermodels. That's what. Goodbye, heroin chic. Hello, corn dog fabulous. That's what I'm just saying. You know, I think the government's just messing with us. You know, no trans fats and no spinach. I'm okay with the spinach thing, actually. You can keep the spinach, thanks. This is true. I noticed this today. In the CBS cafeteria here, I'm not kidding, they still serve spinach. You can still get it here. They say it's safe because it's been in the building for over 30 years, so it's before this whole thing started. Before disco, some of the spinach here. Actually, what happens is Bob Barker grows his own. That's what it is. That's right. Bob Barker has a hydroponic lab. I think it's spinach, I'm not sure. Very green. What is the average retail price of this bong load? I know. You know, this week there's... You know what, these surveys, it bothers me. You know, this week they're saying trans fats are bad, and then next week they're saying, no, trans fats are good. And then there's always a new study that contradicts the old study, and you can't keep up. No, actually, that's not true, because a new study came out today that says that's rubbish. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nobody knows what the hell they're talking about, especially me and Fox News. Nobody knows what they're talking about. It's all rubbish. Cheeky monkeys, Bill O'Reilly, Chinga, whatever. It's just TV. Look, I can't take all these rules anymore. The don't drink, don't smoke, don't eat fat, don't make love to that thing that cleans the pool. Come on! A guy's gotta live! Don't make love to that thing that cleans the pool. What's his name again? I'm kidding. I don't have a pool. Anyway, what am I talking about? Yes, I don't need the government to parent me, is what I mean by this. I don't need to tell him tell me what to eat in America? What to eat? This is America! You're gonna tell me what to eat? Get back to Russia, mister. Enjoy your potatoes with your Soviet pals. I don't need the government to parent me. I'm an adult. I have my own kid. I feed him all the healthy food, so I don't have to eat that crap. I do. I feed him all the... I keep all the bad stuff in the pantry on a much higher shelf. Potato chips and a handgun on the top shelf. That's right. If only I had a gun that could shoot potato chips right into my mouth, that would be... Come on, Smith & Wesson, get on it. I eat very fast, actually, which is unhealthy. I eat very fast, and I eat everything on my plate. Because when I was a kid, you know, if I didn't finish everything on my plate quickly, my little sister would take it. She could eat. That is why, to this day, I cannot go to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Because I don't think of it as a buffet. I consider it a challenge. All-you-can-eat buffet, eh? I do, that's what it's like for me. The question is not how much I can eat, sir. The question is how much you can cook, sir. They have my photo up on the wall at Soup Plantation. Do not serve this man. I have to go incognito dressed as a woman. That's not true. My photo isn't up on the wall. But I do like to go to Soup Plantation dressed as a woman. In case I need a lift home, you know. You were so good and Nutty Professor. Thanks. Hey! I'm just telling you the news. Don't you go judging me. Anyway, what I'm saying, when I was growing up, I could not tell. I didn't know what healthy was when I was growing up, which is good because I grew up in Scotland. But once a year... my mother would make her signature dish. She would cook one thing. Once a year at New Year's, my mother would make what she called Hungarian goulash. Yeah, sounds tasty, but it was basically stew with paprika and rice. That was it. Also, goulash kind of worried me because any combination of the words ash and ghoul. But it's nothing to do. It was nothing to do with Hungarian. Hungarians would be outside our house picketing, calling that goulash cause shame on our nation. He does nothing to do with us. Neither does this accent. I don't know where we're from. You know what my mother used to do? The fanciest dish she would ever make for parties, this was like the really swanky thing that she would do, is she would cut a grapefruit in half and turn it upside down, right, put it in a little plate, and put cocktail sticks all over it, and on the cocktail sticks there would be a maraschino cherry, a pineapple chunk, and a cube of ham. This sort of like a little sort of savoury hedgehog. I thought, this is the height of sophistication. Every time she made it, I thought, is the Queen coming for dinner? I thought, it's fantastic. Which, in comparison to my father's signatures, my father only made one thing for us ever to eat, which was soft-boiled egg with bits of toast, you know, whipped up and in a coffee mug. That's what. And you say, Dad, what's this? And he'd say, Chinese egg. He'd say, Hungarian goulash and Chinese egg. We lived like kings when I was growing up. International kings. All transfer. Worldwide.